Good morning. This is the Maine Tobacco HelpLine.
Yes, hi. I'm calling because I've been thinking about quitting smoking, and I'm really not sure what to do next.
Quitting smoking can be tough, especially alone. The Maine Tobacco HelpLine can make it easier. You may have heard about the helpline and wondered how it works. We're going to show you, and how it can improve your chances of quitting tobacco for good. You want to quit smoking but don't know if you're completely ready? It's okay. It's common to have mixed feelings about giving up tobacco. We can help you figure it out.
We're glad to hear from you. Have you called before?
No.
Well, if you'd like, I can start by explaining a bit about what we do, and then you can tell me if you think it would help.
Okay.
The helpline is free for Maine residents who want to quit smoking or using tobacco of any kind. All our work is over the phone. The helpline has a team of trained tobacco treatment specialists who are here to support you. We will make 3 calls to you over several weeks, and there's an 800 number to call with questions or if you need extra support.
I tried to quit before, and I didn't make it.
That's okay. We're here to help you. We're not looking for guarantees. Your willingness to try is what's important.
And what about medications? A friend of mine tried the patch and said it was made it a lot easier.
In some situations, we can offer free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. If you're not eligible for free medications, we can still talk about which ones might be best for you and give you advice on how to get them.
Okay.
Does that sound like something you might want to do?
Well, I've got to do something.
If you have a few minutes, I can enroll you. I just need to ask some questions. Your answers are confidential.
Okay.
After you're enrolled, I can connect you with a coach if you'd like, or we can call you back if that's more convenient.
The helpline won't pressure you to quit. We know quitting is hard. That's why we try to make everything else as easy as possible. And remember, our helpline services are free of charge. Now, the next call comes from one of our tobacco treatment specialists at the time that you've arranged. We talk more about your history as a smoker. This information helps you and your specialist work together to come up with the best plan to help you quit.
Hello?
Hi, Carl. This is Jane from the Maine Tobacco HelpLine. I understand you're interested in quitting smoking. Do you have time to talk?
Yeah, I do. I've got to quit.
Okay. I'd like to start by asking you some questions about your smoking, and then we can come up with a quit plan together.
Okay, sure. That sounds good.
Great. How long have you been smoking?
A long time. I started when I was about 13. Smoking ever since. Both my parents smoked, you know.
How much do you smoke each day?
Oh, a pack. Sometimes a pack and a half if things are really stressful.
So it sounds like stress is one of your triggers?
What do you mean? What's a trigger?
By trigger, I mean something that might cause or trigger the urge to smoke. So for you, when you feel stressed, you feel like picking up a cigarette. For others, it might be drinking or hanging out with a certain person that might cause them to think about smoking. What kind of things do you associate with smoking?
Everything. I mean, almost everything. I get up in the morning, have my coffee and a cigarette. I get in my truck and I light one up. It seems everything I do involves having a cigarette.
Sounds like smoking is a really big part of your life. What has made you decide to want to quit now?
I don't know, it's just time. I've got to quit. The price is crazy. I get winded easily. I'm setting a bad example for my kids. I don't want them to smoke. My mother smokes. She needs to quit. My dad died of emphysema. I don't know.
Everyone has different reasons to quit. Understanding your reasons gets you closer to having a plan that will work for you. And having support helps too. At the helpline, our specialists are here to support you in your efforts to quit smoking with a free 800 number to call if you need that extra support.
You've got a lot of good reasons to quit, Carl. Do you know someone who could be a good support?
My wife. My wife wants me to quit. We're going to quit together. We're going to start on the 1st. My sister wants me to quit. She quit smoking herself a few years ago, so I could always ask her for help.
Good. That support is really important. Are you around other people who smoke?
Well, well, a bunch of the guys at work smoke, and my mom still smokes.
Yeah, it's really hard to be around people who smoke when you're trying to quit. What are your thoughts? Any ideas of how to deal with that?
Well, at work, I guess I could go to the break room instead of going outside, right?
Excellent idea. What about when you're around your mom?
Maybe I could not go to my mom's house for a while, or I could have her come to my house instead. I could just ask her to not smoke around me. As long as she knows I'm not judging her, I think she'd support my decision.
That's a great plan, Carl. Let's think together about what else might be helpful for you, either things you've tried in the past or thoughts you have now about what might work.
Well, keeping busy seems to help. I like to woodwork. I think just as long as I keep my hands busy, and I could use a toothpick, or as long as I have some kind of a substitute,
Those are great ideas. Having something to keep your hands busy and using a substitute for smoking. Are there other things that you enjoy that also might help you stay busy?
Well, I'm already pretty busy, but I guess I could play with the kids or go on the computer.
Excellent ideas. Playing with your kids can really provide you with some exercise which has been proven to help with quitting smoking.
Yeah, and my kids already keep me pretty busy. Well, I also like to play basketball.
Great. Any kind of regular exercise is a big benefit for quitting smoking.
Now you've got your reasons to quit, a support network, and the start of a plan to avoid those things that trigger you to smoke. What about medication? The Maine Tobacco HelpLine can help you there, too.
Have you thought about using some kind of medication to help you quit smoking?
Yeah, patches maybe, but my insurance won't cover it.
Well, our program can help you with 8 weeks of free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges if your insurance doesn't cover it.
That's great.
The patch can really help to reduce the feeling of craving a cigarette. Another thing to know is that even if you still do experience that craving, each episode for a craving for a cigarette lasts only 3 to 5 minutes, and then it fades away.
Really? I didn't know that.
We understand that those moments of craving a cigarette can be so tough, especially at the beginning. So this plan that we're talking about is very important. Now, between the patches and what else we've discussed, I think you have the start of a solid plan. And we can keep adding to it as we figure this out together. Any other thoughts you have on this?
Well, that first cigarette that I don't have. And I'm really going to miss that first cigarette of each day.
Yeah, that first one is really hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just changing your morning routine can help, like sleeping later so there's no time for a cigarette, skipping your morning coffee, or even just changing the order in the way you do things when you get up.
Wow, that makes sense. I really think I'm going to be able to do it this time. I really do.
I think so too. We'll send out materials with more ideas to help, and then we'll call you a few days after your quit date.
Great.
And if you need to talk to us before we call you, please don't hesitate to call the 800 number. It's free, and we're here.
Thank you. I will. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome, Carl. Good luck. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If quitting smoking on your own seems too hard, or you tried before but didn't make it, give yourself this chance. Call the Maine Tobacco HelpLine. You don't have to do it alone. In fact, your odds of success are more than double with the helpline. And each time you try to quit smoking, your chances actually get better. Call the Maine Tobacco HelpLine at 1-800-207-1230. It's free, it's confidential, and it really works.